Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this eye look. And very quickly before I start, I do want to give a shout out to Diana. She's been asking me to do this video for a while now, and I'm finally getting around to do it. So if you guys haven't yet, go follow her lash page. I'll be leaving it here on the screen as well as in the description of this video. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how I created this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I know I look very like white right now, but I just did my my brows and I concealed my lids and did my face makeup. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start baking, and that's just so that if I get any like fallout, I can just swipe it away real quick. So I'm looking right here because I have my mirror. So I'm just gonna start baking, and I use the Coty Airspun powder, and then I'm just applying it with the Real Techniques sponge. So now it looks even more crazy. I kind of love that. Okay, so I'm going to take my powder and this brush, and then I'm going to pick some product up with the brush, and then I'm taking a different mirror. I'm going to kind of like mark out like the way I want my eyeshadow, I guess you could say. So you see, oh, you could also use tape, but I only like using tape if I don't have my foundation done already. For today's look, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Amrezy palette, and I'm also going to be using the Soft Glam palette. But to begin, I'm going to be taking the Blending Crease Brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to go into the Amrezy palette and pick up the shade OG, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to start putting it all over my crease for a transition brush. And you want to pick up a little bit at a time because this is like very pigmented and also has a lot of fallout. So you're going to go in circular motions, like windshield wiper motions as well, and just start blending it.
And after this, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more powder to my crease area, or like where I did area. So it should be looking something like this.
So once you finish blending that shade, it should be looking something like this. I'm then going to take the Essential Crease Brush by Real Techniques as well and dip into the shade 1988, which is this chocolate brown shade that is right here, and also the Amrezy palette. And you're going to start just putting it out in your crease and blending it in. I'm then going to go in with the brush that I was using earlier and blend the two shades together. So I am going to go in and deepen it a little bit more with the same 1988 shade. Like I said, it's always good to start with a little bit of product and then kind of work your way into it, because if you start with too much product, it's gonna be a big ass mess, and we don't want that. So I'm then gonna go into the Soft Glam palette, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Rustic, which is this brown right here, and I'm gonna pick it up with this Tarte brush from the Unicorn collection and just put it all over my crease to kind of blend the shades in together. And again, you don't want to take a lot, and I'm just going to put it up in the crease right here. So I'm not going to mess at all with the shades that I have here, it's just up here. So I'm now going to go back into the Amrezy palette, and I'm going to use this shade Yugo, which is this very dark brown. And again with this Real Techniques brush, and again using very little product, I'm going to go in and put it just in the crease where I put in the 1988 shade. and that is just obviously going to create a more darker look. So it should be looking something like this. So finally, I'm going to be taking this blending crease brush that I got at Target, and I'm going to be going in with the black shade. It's called BK in the Amrezy palette, and just focusing that more on my very outer portion, like where I put the darkest brown, and kind of bringing it down into my lower lash line. And again, you want to take very little, especially because you are using a black. You want to take very, very little product. Okay, so I moved you guys a bit because it was causing a shadow like on this side of the eye. But basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the first brush that I used and kind of just blend everything together, just so you don't have any harsh lines. And remember that when you're creating any kind of look, you want to make sure you blend because you do not want harsh lines. Okay, so finally I'm going to be taking the brush that comes with the palette, with the flat side. And first I'm going to go in with the shade 1988 in my lower lash line. Once you put the 1988 shade in your lower lash line, I'm going to go again with the same brush and use the black shade. And I'm not going to bring it all the way in like I did the 1988 shade. I'm just going to leave it here in the outer corner.
Just to kind of blend the, top of the bottom together.
If you want, you can also take more of the 1988 shade. And I'm going to go in with the fluffier brush with very, very little, just to blend those two together. And it should be looking something like... Okay, so I have wiped off the bake, and as you can see, like, it left me like this very nice, you know, kind of shape to the eyeshadow. And like I said before, you can use tape if you want. However, it's gonna leave it more harsh. And although I do like that look for some, you know, type of eyeshadow looks, I also like, for like these smoky looks, I like to, you know, have a smoke effect obviously to it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face and I'll be back. This is the finished look. I ended up putting on some Sephora lashes from the Sephora collection. They're called the Demure number 24. So yeah, and anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please bear with me. I know this was my first like makeup tutorial and I don't really know what I'm doing but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.